Welcome to the pinnacle of modern action cinema that is so good, it ruined movies for the last 15 years. So spiritually resonant, it makes the Darth Maul versus Obi-Wan duel look like your stupid kid's 3rd grade dance recital. I'm talking about the iconic, bone-rattling showdown between the Earthbenders and the Fire Nation from The Last Airbender, a film that redefined action, emotion, and what it means to slowly wave your arms at rocks. This is not just choreography, this is myth in motion. Every move, every grunt, every 3-mile-per-hour rock projectile is executed with the kind of precision usually reserved for space shuttle launches and tantric sex. This scene could have been shorter, sure, or not exist at all, but that would be a crime against art. This isn't about speed, this is about feeling. This is about choreography, especially one by a high school drama teacher on pain meds, so a pebble can hover menacingly towards a war criminal. You're not ready, no one is. So sit back, shut up, and prepare your soul for the greatest cinematic battle ever committed to film. It starts off with this idiot saying,
"The Avatar is dead. If he was here, he would protect us."
"Fuck you, Shakespeare." This is dialogue that reshapes the human soul. The line is delivered with the emotional intensity of a man ordering soup and discovering it's lukewarm, just the way he likes it. These Earthbenders, the majestic titans of the soil, they've been captured by the Fire Nation and imprisoned in the most cruel, helpless, soul-crushing location imaginable, in a field of dirt. It's devastating, truly. You can feel their despair, you can smell their powerlessness. The Fire Nation didn't just imprison their bodies, they imprisoned their hearts. They didn't just lose a war, they lost the will to rock. It's 2 in the afternoon and they're still in their dirt pajamas. Pathetic. And it's genius, really. Why build a metal prison in the middle of an ocean or chain them in steel when you could just throw them in a rock quarry and rely on their complete lack of enthusiasm? This isn't a plot hole, this is a statement. And speaking of statements, here it comes. The big reveal, the turning point, the birth of hope.
My name is Ong, and I'm the Avatar.
Why would the Avatar, the reincarnated beacon of global balance, know how to pronounce his own fucking name? That's small-brained thinking, you filthy casuals. Ong transcends vowels. Ong redefines phonetics. When he says, "I'm the Avatar," it doesn't feel like a line. That's a brand announcement. He is the ultimate marketing tie-in that doubles as your kid's favorite choking hazard. Cut to Katara and Sokka, whose faces say it all. Katara's capturing the same emotion of someone who woke up from dental surgery, and Sokka, a monument to confusion. You can almost hear his brain play the Windows 95 error. They're not reacting to the fact that the Avatar has returned. No, they're reacting to this failed child magician mispronouncing the most important name in the entire franchise like a goddamn boss. And they do what any true friend would do in this moment of revelation and destiny. They stand completely still, in awe of Ong. All hail Ong. And then, if they weren't already drowning in raw cinematic brilliance, Ong hits us with the follow-up.
I ran away, but I'm back now.
This is a boy confronting his past with the intensity of someone reading a bus schedule. Eat your fucking heart out, David Mamet. He abandoned the entire world, but it's cool, he circled back like a hero. The airman's back, baby. Ong steps forward, plants his little wannabe animated feet, and hits the Fire Nation soldiers with a line so iconic, so commanding, so lethally vague, it could end wars.
It's time for you to stop doing this!
Holy shit. That wasn't just a threat. That was a gentle suggestion.
It's time for you to stop doing this!
Doing what? Oppression? War crimes? Firebending? Breathing aggressively? It doesn't matter. Because Ong doesn't need clarity. He operates entirely on passive-aggressive enlightenment. But the tension is mounting, like microwaving your oatmeal while checking your phone. Something is about to happen. Something slow. Something amazing. Get ready because it's time for something vaguely defined to stop. Peace was an option until this flamer decided to talk.
The Avatar would have to be an airbender. Are you an airbender, boy?
With burns like that, it's no wonder the Fire Nation is dominating the world. But before Ong's tears can put out this total incineration, Katara fast walks like a mom late to brunch and delivers a line that will echo through the empty halls of acting schools across the nation.
Leave him alone!
She stood up against fascism using the sacred art of mild contact and a stern tone. This war is over before it even started. You go, girl. The guard has had enough of this passive-aggressive insurgency and attacks Katara. Big mistake, bud. Ong, in his majestic wizard robe he bought at Hot Topic, summons a light, gentle breeze, and the guard is gone with the wind. He sent a whole 2 feet back with lightly rustled bangs. The next thing he summons is a tornado of mild inconvenience to protect his friends.
How is he doing that?
Spiritual leaf blowers, motherfucker. Just when it looks like the Fire Nation might actually do something, a moment of rebellion occurs. Shit just got moderately inconvenient. Visibly upset, the guard does kung fu gang signs for a half an hour, before ending in what looks like he's firebending from his colon. As majestic as a candle, this colonic cinder stream is slow enough to light someone on fire, but do it politely. 10 minutes later, a wall of earth erupts from the ground, like Mother Nature just said, nah, bitch. Blocked by a man with the posture of an underpaid substitute gym teacher. One by one, the earthbenders rise like zombies with purpose and absolutely no sense of urgency. Once again, this is M. Night showing us it is entirely plausible to imprison these lazy people surrounded by the very element they command. A rousing speech by Katara is made.
Don't be afraid!
That's the sound of history books closing themselves in awe. And in true leadership fashion, she gets a room pulse check like, right guys? We shouldn't be afraid, should we?
Please clap.
The Fire Nation guard says, fuck it, let's do the same thing but even slower. So they send a non-lethal flame snake that is in no danger of hurting anyone. But another wall of gnaw is thrown up. Same move, same you tried energy, and just when the fire fizzles out, these choreographed legends appear in formation and they're about to serve you a hot plate of synchronized seismic domination. They got the energy and the wardrobe to match their delusion. And you can tell these actors asked, so boulders will be flying around us while we're doing this? And in typical M. Night badass fashion, he said, oh yeah, sure, whatever. They don't teach that in film school. And sure, the dance is long enough for you to think, hey, this would be faster if they picked up a rock and threw it, so whatever they got cooking has to be huge. But this is M. Night Shyamalan, idiot. Master of plot twists, the sultan of subversion. You're thinking you're getting a landmass? How about instead you feast your eyes on the stepping stone from the Home Depot gardening department? Bravo, Mr. Shyamalan. You got us again. And honestly, this rock gently floating in from the left side of the frame steals the show. This rock, Oscar worthy. It hits its marks, knows it's blocking, and doesn't even flinch. The Daniel Day-Lewis of acting sediment. And it gets launched at the Fire Nation guard, who has approximately 50 years to react. And this guard really sells the hit, going into a full limestone loop. Sokka punts this guy in the stones. Ong hits a guard with an open-fisted queefer right into a double puff daddy, and ending in a mild dusty gusty. After the earth-stomping dance moves from the solid gold dancers, getting hit by a skipping stone in the back of the head, and getting knocked over by an HVAC-level wind gust, the Fire Nation calls it quits. Now knowing what crushing humiliation feels like, they will now be imprisoned at the base of a volcano. Good luck bending any fire around there. This scene is pure M. Night Shyamalan levels genius. The turn-based combat is what truly makes it an unforgettable masterpiece, and still held to this day as the pinnacle of action cinema. This is the movie they had Keanu Reeves study when they cast him as John Wick. If you meet someone talking shit on M. Night's The Last Airbender,
Kill him!